Hello, everyone. I'm assuming you can hear me today. You can see me. Not like yesterday, where I babbled on forever and ever and ever. Then you guys were like, we can't hear you. Gotta get comfortable. Okay. So I'm freezing cold. I have Vince's hoodie on. Sorry. And I have a space heater. Hopefully you can't hear that. It's probably loud. It's sitting like 4 feet away from me. And my fingers are numb. Can you see how my fingers are like... Oh yeah, that's from yesterday's painting. Apparently if you get a ton of matte medium on your hands, it doesn't come off because I have scrubbed these hands numerous times. And it's almost gone. But anyway, see how white my fingers are? They're numb. I can barely move them. Yay, Raynaud's. So anyway. Sorry, Kelly. You know, that's the reason I haven't been in a tutorial here and there is because I'm like getting down to the wire and it's, you know, getting late and I'm like, okay, I don't have time to record an intro and outro because I usually do that right before I process a video. So usually by the time I record that, it's been days since I painted and I'm all edited and everything, but I did record one this week, so I had some time. Yay! It doesn't hurt. But it's not comfortable. Like it's cold, they get stiff, it's hard to move them, and they are numb. It's kind of numb. But then it's really fun when they start to turn gray. This one is actually starting to turn gray. I don't know if you can tell. It's this one here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But yeah, they'll turn blue. My pinky's going too. So I'll get my hands multicolored. Like I'll have one finger is fluorescent red, two that are like bleach white, sometimes down to here, and one that's like gray blue. I have artistic fingers. Okay, so yeah. It does hurt when the blood flow comes back. Yeah, especially if I let it go too long, it gets really tingly. I asked my doctor about it one time. It's called Raynaud's, so I know what it is. And I asked him about it, and he said, there's medicine that I could give you that would make that stop happening, but it's heart medicine, and the side effects are, you know, worse than just having that. He says, my best advice is just don't let your fingers get cold. So my doctor's not worried about it. Yeah. So, are we ready? Let's go ahead and get started. So, we are going to watch the video. And since it's not an incredibly long video, I know the last few have been really long videos and we've kind of skipped ahead. Hello, Sylvie. But I don't think we'll skip ahead on this one unless you guys are like, oh, skip ahead, and then I will. So we'll watch for a little bit and then we'll take a break and I'll show you next week's video and then we'll keep watching. And sorry, my mic was off there. I am set up for demos. Again, we still have our blue canvas. We haven't used for, I feel like it's been a couple of months. You guys haven't had demos for a long time. You don't ask for demos anymore, so I don't know. Maybe. Oh, look. There, now it's, we have a gray one, a red one, a white one, and like a green one. So I don't know. Anyway, I am set up for demos, so yell at me if you need any demos. So, yes, Shannon. Sounds like Raynaud's, yep. Cool. So let's get started. Whoa, what is happening here? Hang on. My video, why did that get all shrunk down? Why did that happen? And there we go. All right. Here we go. Let me know how the audio is. As always, you guys know the routine by now. Maybe, whoa, that's super loud on my, maybe I should put my headphones on so I can hear what I'm, ooh. can't hear anything. What is happening? Can you guys hear the video? I can't hear it. No. Why is there no audio there? Okay. I don't know why my life is full of nothing but things not working out the way that they should be working out. I don't understand what's going on. It's not, I don't have audio with or without my headphones. I don't know what's happening here. That's not good. Just the audio, just like I'm not even hearing it. So I don't know what's going on here. Let me close it and start again. Sorry guys, I'm just really being challenged right now, I guess. Oh wait, I know what's happening. Why is that happening? Hang on. I know what's going on. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but... Okay, you can hear me now, correct? Why is that a thing? It's playing through my thing here. That's why it's happening. And I don't know why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. Guys, I'm gonna go crazy. Let's see. All right, I'm going to try this one more time, and if it's still playing through here, we're going to have to do something else because I don't know why that's happening, and I'm sure that it's really a ton of fun for you guys to sit here and watch me be frustrated at technology. So, yeah. Nope. That crap is still happening. You guys, I'm so irritated right now. I don't understand why that would even happen. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty irritated right now. We've been doing this for how long, guys? Like, how long have we been doing this? And now that's a thing that happens, so that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Hello, Letha. Hello, anyone else who came in while I was having a meltdown and I didn't see you and say hi. And so, I mean, yeah, I guess we could just watch the video and not hear it. We can just put it on and let's just do that. Because otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here looking at you and being like, yeah, so... But then it's still, oh, I guess I can go like that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now we can play it. We just don't have to listen to it. So at any point, if there's anything you would like for me to demo or you have a question about what I'm doing, then let me know. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Gretchen, so that's what I sound like when I'm irritated while you guys are here. Pretty sure that I'm a vile excuse for a human when I'm frustrated by myself. I'm not all like cute and smiley and gosh darn it, I'm so frustrated. No, that's not me at all. But I don't want to scare you away. So I've seen several versions of this. Has anyone here not done it yet? Those of you who have done it, tell me how you did it different. Tell me what things maybe you struggled with. Yeah, just tell me your experience about doing it. If you haven't done it yet and you have some ideas of how you want to do it different, let's hear that. Whatever. I'm not ready for another live directed. Man, those things take it out of me. We should have a live directed with the $5 folks though, huh? We should do one soon. Kind of a broader live directed event. At the second drying time. Nice, Pat. So you're kind of breaking it up into more manageable chunks. I like that. Is that the one... Kelly, did I see that on Instagram? That sounds familiar. No need to panic. Absolutely no need to panic. That's awesome, Michelle. Yeah, I loved that. It does look like fog. Nice, Anita. That's a big canvas. Topaz and emerald. Ooh. You know, Deb, I think it could be fine. I think if you were gonna, if you're gonna mix it, if you were gonna do cad yellow by itself, I think that probably wouldn't work real. It would work fine, but it would just kind of fog things out a little bit more because of the opacity. But that's a good question. So let me jump over to here. So if you have basics yellow, I have one. Ow, my leg is stuck. Hang on. I do have a basics yellow right here. Hopefully it's not all dried out. I'm going to show you a couple of different yellows. So this is Basics Primary Yellow. And on the tube, it says translucent. So that means kind of opaque, kind of transparent. Everybody knows where to find that on a tube, right? So like on Basics, it's right there. See, it says translucent. In heavy body, and I've noticed the heavy body and the basics are pretty much the same on yellow oxide. it's going to be pretty opaque. And on the heavy body tube, it shows right there, opaque. Cad yellow medium. I don't have this in basics. But what I also have in heavy body is, I don't use it very often, so I don't know where it is. It's yellow Hansa, there it is. No, that's not it. Yellow Hansa Light. So the Hansas are gonna, there it is, are gonna be quite transparent. And this is, it's gonna be a pretty similar color to the Basics primary yellow. It's a little bit cooler. It's a bit of a cool yellow. And so if I take, I'm just gonna use my finger, and we'll see how they dry. So already you can see an opacity difference. This is going to be the most opaque, or transparent, sorry. This is going to be just a little bit more opaque. And then that one's pretty opaque, and that one's going to be the most opaque. So I would say the Hansa, because it says straight up transparent, where even the Basics says translucent. So this is, the Hansas are going to be the most transparent. They're also quite bright, but they do have a light, a medium, and a deep in these, and you can mix them. But anyway, so that's your yellow example. If you're going to mix it with another color, just make sure the color you're mixing it with is transparent, and I think it'll be okay. So like Michelle, was it Michelle who said that she mixed the yellow with the purple and it was fine? And even me, the colors that I used, burnt umber is considered opaque, but I think it's more translucent. But I didn't have a hard time with it. So sorry, just catching up on chat. Okay. So that's that. Hopefully, oh man, I'm just thrashing today. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you still have a question about that. Did anybody use the scrubber brushes instead of the angle? You're welcome. Oh yeah, quinacridone is, yeah, notoriously transparent. Absolutely. I think there's, I don't think it's in, no, that's just medium magenta. There's a color called medium magenta, but it's not a quinacridone. And it's opaque, but I think it's white mixed with quinacridone, basically. But yeah, the quinacridones are very transparent. Nice, Shannon. Kelly used the angle. Nice. Do you like that medium magenta, Kelly? I've thought about it, but then I'm like, it's basically white and quinacridone. Yeah, God, maybe I should have gone with the Quin Gold. That could have been awesome. Tan did this, and she just glazed it in straight burnt umber. And it was so gorgeous, you guys. It was so like rich and warm. And I was like, what in the heck color combination did she use? She's all burnt umber by itself. It was really, really gorgeous. I have to get rid of gum. Kelly, did you post yours? Yeah, that would be nice, Eileen. I think the transparent burnt sienna is probably really close to like the color that Will used in the crystal. I wish I wouldn't have gone with blue on this one after all. That color is just so tempting to me, but it didn't happen a lot, but there were a couple, oh yeah, I did this painting with Bob Ross, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I guarantee if I hadn't used blue, I wouldn't have gotten those comments. I mean, you know, forest composition, I don't know, but I wish I hadn't used blue. Oh, yes, Kelly. I did see that, and it was gorgeous. And it really made me regret not using that color combination. Hello, Barbara. Lisa did golden black. Did I see that one? Lisa, did you post yours? No, Pat, I would still do the glazing because that's what I wanted to do. I mean, Bob Ross didn't invent glazing. You know, I just wish I hadn't used blue. I wish I hadn't been tempted by that, the burnt umber phthalo blue combination. The color that I did on the ground, that was even a little bit bluer than what I was going for. I was really just trying to use a little bit of phthalo to push the burnt umber, slightly into kind of a greenish sepia color, but then I get so tempted by that green jewel tone, so I kept pushing it farther into blue. So that's my one regret, is I wish I would have done a completely different color. I should have gone with sepia like we talked in the first place. I actually started out doing it, but yes, that's right, Kelly. I remember that with the roots. They were awesome. No, I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just saying because, you know, I did have a couple comments about, oh, I did this painting with Bob Ross. I'm like, well, it's actually quite different. And if it weren't blue, you probably wouldn't have made that connection, but okay. Yeah. Yep, Deb. Hello, Christine. So in a few minutes at 4:30 my time, so 7 minutes, I'll show you next week's painting. Michelle. So yeah, 7 more minutes and I'll show you next week's painting. Thank you very much, Leah. I appreciate it. I was very happy with it. Yeah. I'm really happy with next week's painting too. So with next week's painting, I had a background in mind because it was a background I had used on another painting that I ended up being like bleh on. But I liked the background a lot. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do that background. And then I generally had an idea for what was going to go on top of it. But I really just kind of hit record and was like, here we go. And yeah, it turned out good. So I'm really happy with it. Oh, thanks, Deb. I think it'll freak some of you out. Yeah, Lee. So Lee, you were asking about, Lee, ask me your question again. It was about doing kind of like a smoky, foggy effect. Should you do it in black and white and then glaze blue, or can you do it with other colors? Was that your question? Okay, yeah. So yes, this will absolutely help you with that. Not that I've heard. I didn't hear anybody using cloud brush for it. Next week's painting is cloud brushes, but you can still do it this way too if you like. Good, good, good. I think, where did I talk about brush pressure recently? Oh, in my my part 3 of my vlog on Instagram, kind of talked about brush pressure. I may have a project coming up soon that will help with things like that too. So just putting a bug in your ear there. I can't wait to see it, Michelle. I mean, I saw the one that you posted and it's looking so good. The colors, I almost want you to just stop right there. But yeah, no, it's looking really great. Oh, did you, Lee? Okay. I'll have to look. Email is, I do really good for a little while and then I do really bad. So, yeah. I promise, I know that some of you who have a hard time with brush pressure, you feel like it's just never going to come to you. You know, I'm heavy-handed and that's how it is. But I promise it will. It's just something that you have to work at. And it comes easier to some people than it does others, obviously. You know, some people just naturally can physically understand how to do that. And some people it just takes a little bit longer. So, you know, just if it's a focus, if it's something you want to change, you can change it. It might take you a little bit of time, but just don't give up on it. That's right, Michelle. Absolutely. Did anybody find that the like the Painting Loose blog that we did a while ago, did that help anyone with, you know, with anything, with brush pressure or, you know, whatever? Good. Good, good. When you say lay down, Deb, do you mean like when you're picking up paint that you're doing this? Is that what you're being aware of? And so you're trying to be more like this? Welcome, Tan. We were just talking about you. Good, Pat. Good, good, good. I know from experience that's a hard one. You know, seeing that hard edge and being like, oh, I have to get rid of that. That's a hard one for me sometimes too. But because I've focused on it, I'm noticing that I'm much more willing to let hard edges go. And Gwen, you know what? That's okay. I think that because I like to dig in and paint like a control freak too. And, you know, hold my brush like this and really just, I like to do that too. But I've noticed that learning how to paint loose makes me more confident and able to get in there and dig into those little details. So it's weird that painting loose can actually help you be a better tight painter. It just depends on, you know, what you really want. So even if you're like, nope, I like to dig into the details and paint like this, that's okay. And I would never tell you that's wrong, but I bet pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and learning how to paint loose makes you better at painting like this. Oh yeah, Tan, we were talking about your tree painting, this one, how you glazed it in just the burnt umber and how blown away I was because the color was so rich and vibrant. I couldn't believe it was just burnt umber. It was really, really beautiful. Michelle, so much. Not caring, absolutely. And that's exactly what I talk about in next week's painting, is just going, I really don't care what happens. I talk about it throughout the entire painting. Good, Lee. Yay. Okay, let's pause this and since we're already talking about next week's painting, we'll just go ahead and jump right into that. So, yeah, Tan, it was gorgeous. I never would have thought to glaze with straight burnt umber. I would have thought, it's going to be boring. It's going to be not interesting at all. But, whoa, yeah, you proved me wrong. It was stunning. Now I want to glaze something with just burnt umber. Okay. So next week, like Michelle and I were just talking about, you know, sometimes always when I paint for myself, I never get like all freaked out and like, oh, this has to work out. Even toward the end when I'm like, this is incredible. I am so in love with how this is turning out. I'm never like, don't mess it up, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. I'm just like, if I mess it up, I can start over. It's not a big deal. There's no sense in getting stressed out about it. I'm just doing something for myself. And I've noticed that when I have that attitude of, it doesn't really matter, then I paint like I have the attitude of, it doesn't matter. And my paintings come out better than if I were like, oh my gosh, it's gonna die. I'm gonna ruin it. That's when paintings turn out horrible. So, so that's what I talk about a lot in next week's painting. Oh, I can show you on here. And here's what we're gonna do. Da, 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 da. So I had this background, like I said, from another painting I was working on, and I loved it. The background made me so happy. And I love magnolias. There's a magnolia tree up the street from my house, a couple houses, and it should be blooming very soon, but I mean, it snowed every day. It even snowed again this morning. So that tree won't be blooming anytime soon, I don't think. So I had an idea to do some magnolias, but I didn't know how I was going to do them. I didn't know anything about them. And so I just kind of started and did this, and then I was so super happy with it. And I think that the reason that I was so happy with it was because I was like, I don't care. If I screw it up, I'm recording it early enough, I'll just record something else. It's not a big deal. And then to have that kind of an attitude and see it come together in a way that was, I felt better than if I had planned it. I was just like, I was so thrilled. So even though it's not something that I would typically be like, I love this painting, you know, because it's all bright and whatever, it's way more cheerful than I typically am. I'm so happy with it. I think you've got all the colors there, Michelle. It's white, panes, phthalo blue, phthalo green, Oh, dang it. Burnt umber. No, not burnt umber. What am I saying? Alizarin crimson, quinacridone. Oh, I haven't processed it yet. Good. I forgot to put cad yellow medium in my materials list in the video, and I thought I had already processed it, but I didn't. So yeah, cad yellow. So nothing out of the ordinary. Cloud brushes on the background, number 12 and number 6, but you could probably get away with just a number 12. Just a pretty standard set of brushes. A number 10 round, a number 6 filbert, but you could use a number 8 if you liked. I just wanted the 6 because it's a little bit smaller. I feel like that's it. Pretty simple, pretty simple. It's not a very long video. Well, it's like maybe an hour and a half. But it was a pretty simple painting. It was so long because I spent about 40 minutes just on the background because I was just enjoying it so much. I was really in kind of that Zen place where I didn't want to move on, but I did because I was making a video. I wasn't painting for myself. So, yeah, I'm in a phthalo phase. There's times where I'm like, no phthalo. And now this is 2 videos in a row at least that I can think of where I've used phthalo. So, no, well, Stella, I'm sorry, I looked at the word Stella and said it. Lee, it's quinacridone, so it's pink, more pink. And the alizarin crimson is much more pink. And actually, I used the alizarin with the quinacridone in the background, and then I started using it in here, and then I kind of gave up on it. So I would say the alizarin is not even necessary. You could get away without alizarin. Yeah. And magnolias come in purple, and mine ended up actually being a little closer to the purple magnolias. Even yellow, white. So, so yeah, so that's next week. I just need to process it. The video's done. I just have to process it, and I'll do that as soon as we're done here, and then I'll get it uploaded and get it sent over to you guys, get the link sent over to you. Oh, and then, so next week, not this Tuesday, next Tuesday, I think I'm going to do, because I've been painting lots of like, you know, kind of like chipper, bright, like happy stuff lately. And I'm in the mood for some mood, right? So I think next week I'm going to do something very similar to this. I'll probably change up the composition so it's not boring like that, but I'll probably do something very similar, but either in black and white or maybe a chromatic black and white. And then we'll do like some creepy, moody, like dead flowers. So kind of think Le Fleur Noir, so maybe something along those lines. So yeah, cheerful to creepy, exactly. So yeah, I need to start working on that because trying to come up with flowers that don't actually exist is a challenge for me. So I need to at least practice what kind of little, oh, sorry, can you even hear me? My microphone's all flopping around. Yeah, I have to figure out what my dead flowers are going to look like. So anyway, that's next week. Yay! Well, let's go back to this. Darklings. Because, you know, I like me some cheerful sometimes. I like me some bright colors sometimes. But, you know, like most people have to take a break from moodiness. Like, you can do one moody painting and then they're like, gotta have the bright cheerful. I'm like the opposite. I'm like, once in a while, I'm like, yeah, some bright and cheerful sounds exciting. And then I do it and I'm like, let's go right back to a little bit moodier. My inner Morticia. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do like a bouquet of roses, but you know, Morticia style. So it's just the thorny stems. Ooh, thorns. Yes, the dead flowers need thorns. Weird people are the best people. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Did anybody struggle with anything in this painting? It sounds like it was pretty easy and nobody really had a hard time. I didn't see anybody talking about it being hard. I didn't see any paintings that looked like anybody had struggled. So I figured it was going to be fairly simple. No way, Lee. How exciting. What part did he audition for? Exactly, Christine. But with less pink or red. Maybe purple. Maybe just black and white. We'll see. Oh, thanks, Deb. I think that that's mostly due to the way the ground overlaps it. So we have like the fuzzy, hang on, let me pause it somewhere where we can see it. I wish I could point and you can see. Can you see when I'm pointing there? I think you can if I do something. Hang on one sec. Oh yeah, okay. So you should be able to see this. Okay, so right here, can you see my mouse? It's a soft line. You know, we got the horizontal and then it's very soft here and all of a sudden the black. So that kind of says the ground is flat and then we've got the darker ground that's up above it. Over here on this side where it just kind of stops because we've got this line that cuts over top of it. So that's kind of saying that it's pushing the path down and it gives it that 3D aspect. And that's right here too. And that's a very simple technique. That's, I mean, you want to push something down, just cut over top of it. Is that what you meant? Maybe that's not even what you meant. And I just went off on my own tangent. I have no idea. Dying edges? Christine, what do you mean? That sounds really awesome, but I'm not quite sure what it means. I think I have an idea, but... Good, Deb. But you know what happens, Deb, is as you do things like this, then it starts to click. You know, the first time you accidentally take a brush stroke over what you want to be a path and you didn't mean to do it, but now you're like, oh, but now it kind of looks flat. Then that clicks for you. And the next time you're painting a path, you're like, I want this to look flat. I'm going to bring a piece over top of it. I mean, that's how I learned that. It was just from accidentally doing it. And remember, if you want to push the ground flat, you make it super narrow in the back and super wide in the front. And that's going to go poof, and just flatten it right out. If it's, you know, kind of narrow back here and then it's kind of wider right here, it's going to kind of seem like it's going up a hill. But, and I feel like I probably could have flattened this out even more. Oh, I understand, Christine. Yeah. So it's like a little bit wilted, a little crispy. Heck yeah, Lee. Happy accidents. Oh, he auditioned for Uncle Fester? That's so exciting. Good, Deb. Yay. Hang on. You know what? I have a demo for you. So I don't know how many of you were here for this. It was a long time ago. It's been, Eileen might have been here. I think Sylvie and Cindy were here for it. I'm trying to think of who else. It's been a long time. I'm going to do a little perspective demo for you, okay? So let's jump over to here. I just have a piece of paper. Let me zoom that out a little bit. So hopefully this clicks. Okay, we're going to do 3 different perspectives of the exact same thing. I'm going to use a pond just because it's easy for the idea, but it's the exact same thing. Okay, so we're going to draw a pond. Okay, let's say that you want a pond in your painting and you're like, I don't know how to make this look. But you're like, it's just a little pond. It's just kind of a rounded pond. And so you draw a circle. But is that what a pond looks like? Oh, Kelly was here for that, yeah. If you're standing right in front of a pond, does it look like a circle like that? No. But this is what a pond would look like. Let's say you're up on a cliff. This is a cliff, okay? And you're standing right there. And you're looking at the pond. You're standing there and you're looking down. And if it's a perfectly circular pond, you're probably going to see it just about perfectly circular, right? But this cliff has other ledges to it. So let's go ahead and draw that. Yeah, see, I'm not great at drawing. And then this is the ground. Okay, so we have that same ledge, that same cliff. You're not up there anymore. You are now right there. Okay? Pretend like it's actually down lower. Okay, now you're up here looking down at the exact same pond. So it's probably going to look a little bit more, not to this guy up here. That's to me. But if I come down a little bit, the pond is still circular, but now it's going to look a little bit squished. I'm probably totally confused. I probably drew it better the last time. Now we're standing here on the ground. That's us. And we're looking at the pond, the exact same pond. And it's going to be like that, right? Because it's almost eye level to you. So you're almost seeing across the surface of it. So it's going to be the same thing. If this poor guy were standing there looking at the pond, it would be more like that. I don't draw real well, but I think you understand. So a road is the same thing. And I hear so often, why does my road look like it's going uphill? Well, let's do our road real quick. So if you have a road that kind of goes like this, and here's your horizon, and we've got like a tree, okay? This now looks like you're standing at the bottom of a hill, right? It's a little bit up there, not very far. This is probably a sidewalk, and you're just at the bottom of a bit of a hill. But we can take that exact same horizon, I'm going to use that same horizon, and if I kind of go like this, and now, you know, make this kind of small because we want to say that's in the distance. Now that's flattened out a little bit more, and we can see that that goes into the distance. It's not perfectly lovely, but the same thing goes for if you have like a curved path. You want it to be super narrow in the back, comes across almost horizontally, and you know, as it comes around, let's see, I have to do both of my sides at the same time. It starts widening out immediately, kicks back. Do you see how different that is? Right here they almost meet, and right here it's like an inch between. And it's gonna come back this way. It's always a super tight curve inside, and on the outside it's a super wide curve. Or even like that. So there we have like a curvy road that's just, it's flat. I mean, this is far from perfect because, you know, I'm gabbing and talking, but, or gabbing and drawing. See how tight that is and how big and wide that is. Super tight right here. Super, super tight. Hairpin. Super wide right there. That's how you get a flat curve. You could have a curve that's just kind of going, and even if it's a little wider in the front than in the back, that bad boy's still going like that up a hill. So that's how you flatten it out, even on a big, huge gap of, you know, with a super high horizon, you can still have a super flat road with just tons of distance. If you want to go even more, let's say our horizon is low, but I want to make this road look like it's just going on into infinity. You know, it's just all about how much you flatten it out. Bring that way out there. Or even just take that off the edge there. So it's still a very long road. Anyway, I hope that that was helpful for you. I know Eileen just did a bunch of perspective classes, so she's probably like, that's not exactly right. But I'm bummed, Deb. So, was that good? Did that help? Good. Good, good, good. Remember, super tight on the inside, super wide on the outside. And if you really want to put some distance, that point in the back should be about touching. The edges in the front should go off the sides of your canvas, and that's going to push it flat and just make it huge. Don't be afraid. All right. Good, Eileen. I'm glad it was helpful. The October challenge? What? Which October challenge? Yes, horizontal. You want to try and bring those curves out almost horizontal. The more they slant downward, the more uphill it's going to seem. Okay, let's go back to this. Does Nelson do good perspective? Hello, Lori. I'm so glad that you're here today. How long are you in South Dakota for? So not too terribly long, a couple months. Yeah, it's been an intense winter, that's for sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks, Cindy. There we go. I don't know if I forgot to mention it in the video or not, but you know, if at any point you're doing like the hazy, smoky part with the white and you take out a tree that you want to keep, you can just go right back over it with your black. I meant to say that in the video and I don't know if I did or not. Cindy, I agree. I mean, I agree that you're here to see the video. And then all of a sudden we were all silent and I forgot that the video didn't have audio, so we're just all sitting here in silence. Silence makes me feel awkward. I don't like quiet. I wish you guys could all talk and then it would never be quiet and I would never feel awkward. Unless we did have one of those, you know, moments where all of a sudden everybody's quiet at the same time and I'd be like, somebody say something. I liked those trees too. And I like how the background, because I used the angle brush instead of the cloud brush, the texture from it, it made it look like there were, you know, trees and leaves and everything in the distance. I didn't even have to put any of that in there. So that was nice. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Lori. That's really nice. I don't know, Shannon. You know, I have a hard time with cityscapes because... Oh, sorry. I was trying to suppress that one forever. I have a hard time with cityscapes because I really want to... I have a really hard time trying to insinuate details of the city without like getting in and being like, here's a window, here's a window, here's a window, here's a window. So that's why I don't do a lot of things like that. I'm still working on being able to say, see, you can tell that those things are there, but I didn't put them there. So I have a hard time with that. I did really enjoy our apocalyptic one yesterday. I know that a wider audience would hate that. I think, you know, all the people who would appreciate that are right here. I attracted you all to me already. I think that a wide audience would be like, what is that? Thumbs down. And probably unsubscribe. So, I don't know. Yeah, You know, I love cityscapes. And so, you know, all kinds of cityscapes have been on my mind, you know, abstract ones and, you know, whatever. It's just, that's one of those things that I'm going to have to really ruminate on before it's not one that I feel confident that I could just be like, here we go. I wonder if I've seen him, Eileen. There's a couple of like watercolor cityscape artists that I follow, or like urban watercolor that I follow, and yeah, I'm in awe of things like that. I don't know why the thought of doing it intimidates me and makes me go, nope, that's not something you know how to do. Oh, Lee, no, don't say that. Thank you, Shannon. And I think, you know, it's because it was kind of a macro view, right? And I was like, I don't care about perspective. I don't care about any of those things. But that wouldn't really be like a cityscape. A cityscape is more like, you know, like a skyline or like a top-down view of like a huge area of a city. And that's where I kind of like freeze up and I'm like, I don't even know how I would approach that. Awesome, Lisa. Excellent, Michelle. Yet darklings. I love my darklings. Oh, Deb, so kind of like I've never been to London, huh? Same dream? Really, Anita? Did you used phthalo blue and burnt umber? Was it not the Liquitex brand? Eileen, everything's a work in progress, right? Well, I love you guys. I loved how everybody, like, I could hear the collective gasp of everyone when I flipped the paint on Urban Rain. Everybody was like, it was awesome. I love shocking you guys. Awesome, Lori. I love glazing, and we haven't done it in so long. What are you doing, Olaf? What are you doing? You searching for a paper towel? Don't be a punk. At least Mr. Moon's not in here screaming. Oh, there he is. I had to say something, and then he woke up. It was fun, wasn't it, Gwen? Just flip that paint. It's so freeing. Such good therapy. No, there was no celebrating Mr. Moon's anniversary. He screams all the time. And it's just because he wants to go outside. It's not because, you know, he's not neglected or anything. But we've been taking him out on the leash, and I swear the more we take him out, the more he wants to go out. And he started doing this thing where if we're even in the kitchen where the back door is, he's at the back door standing up on his back feet with his arms reached up like this, and he can about reach the doorknob. And he's like this, like he's trying to reach the doorknob, just like screaming. He's a punk. Yeah, Laura, you definitely have to let the layers dry or they pick up and they start mixing. Yep. I didn't know that you were left-handedly. That's awesome. You know what, Shannon? I have not had a chance to work on Mona since the last time you guys saw her. She's still over there. I was kind of thinking that maybe I would work on that in my vlog that I'm doing on Instagram, but I would like zoom in really close on like one spot and you know, just kind of work on that one little spot. But I kind of like to go all over the place when I paint, so I don't know, I probably won't be able to do that. But yeah, what I have painted, I have recorded. So when I'm done, I will be able to give you guys like it won't be a tutorial, but it'll be, you know, you'll be at least able to see my process in some amount of way, probably in super time lapse, because it'll be hours long. Bye, Jennifer. I didn't even know you were here. I'm glad you were here. I don't even know where she is right now. Let me see if I can even find her. Is that it right there? Oh, man. I don't know where she is. And I have so many canvases just laying... Whoa, I almost fell over. Just laying around over here. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. I thought for sure that was it. Because I have no idea where it is. It's just like gone. Seriously though, where could that be? I didn't take it out of the room. No, Olaf, you can't help. You don't know where it is. And I know I didn't paint over it, so that's not a thing that's happening. Ow. What? Don't waggle your tail at me. You should probably go find Daddy. Why don't you go see what Daddy's doing? Go! Can you see him? Go see Daddy. Yeah, I did straighten up the other day a little bit. I really have no idea where that painting went. I have paintings around here, guys, that I haven't touched in months. And I don't know where that one is. I can't even think of where it would be if it's not right there next to my easel. No clue. Sorry, guys. I'll find it eventually. And maybe when I do, I'll be like, oh, that's pretty good. Maybe I'll work on this. But I swear I showed it to you, since now it's going to make me crazy. And you know what? It's probably gone because I cleaned up in here the other day. Vince sold it. It wasn't even done. But I think I cleaned up the other day a little bit. And so I probably picked it up and I was like, I'm going to put it in a safe place. And we know what safe place means, right? Safe place means say bye-bye, because you're never going to see it again. hand. Let me look. It's gonna make me cry now. Oh, there she is. I found her. She was over there with Buddha. So here's Mona. So I know in like the real one, it's very antique-y looking, lots of yellow and stuff. So rather than trying to make myself crazy with all of those, I figured I'm just going to paint it in normal colors and then I'll glaze it later with like some brown and yellow oxide and stuff to kind of antique it a little bit. So here's my Mona so far. I just have her gridded on there. Started painting in the background. My favorite part, I didn't even notice this was in the painting until I started painting it. My favorite part is the little bridge and stuff back there. There's so much going on in the background, you guys, that you don't even really realize it. Like over here, that's just underpainting. It's like a whole road and everything comes around, and yeah. So I want to work on Mona again. I just need some time. I don't have any time. All right. No blue? What do you mean no blue? What are you talking about, no blue? Okay, we're going back to it. Nope. No talent, guys, I swear. Just lots of hard work. An assistant. Man, I need like 3 clones. Like in that movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton, except in that scenario, I would get to be the one who always has pizza. Licking the pizza, sticking it in my wallet. Why would I glaze Mona in blue, dude? Yeah, if she ever gets done, she's just a gridded drawing right now. I'm pretty happy with how the background is looking. Maybe I'll work on Mona tonight. We'll see. I probably won't. Usually when like 5 o'clock comes, I'm done painting for the day. It's so awful. I really should keep painting, but sometimes I'll sit on my couch and do a little bit of watercolor, but that's about it. Oh, Lori, everything. I mean, you know, I have all my paintings that I have to do for you guys, obviously. You know, recording videos, editing videos. Editing is so much work. It's so much work. And I still have to finish next week's video tonight. Packaging brushes. Oh yeah, I won't be painting tonight because I'm still packaging and shipping brushes so that I can run them to the post office tomorrow morning. Then I have social media, email. Yeah, and then it all starts over. It's all good stuff though, right? If I weren't doing that stuff, it would mean that I wasn't successful. So, I'm not complaining about it. You know, I don't know. I think if I did get into a little bit more late night painting, I would probably be a little bit more productive. But really, when it comes to like 5 o'clock, I can do other things. Oh, I'm rebuilding my website right now too. So I can like work on my website. I can do computer stuff after 5 o'clock, but painting, I don't know. That's not something I really feel like I can be super productive at after a certain hour in the day. My season break, not until like July. Oh, thanks, Lori. Yeah, well, the breaks are nice because I get to get caught. I'm still super, super busy. When I'm on season break, trust me, I'm not on vacation. I'm still working my butt off. But what I'm not doing is pressuring myself to get a video done by Tuesday and then like the promotional stuff that goes along with it. I'm still doing all the painting, all the recording, all the editing, shipping brushes, you know, all of that stuff. I'm just not holding myself to like a Tuesday deadline when I'm on season break. But this summer, in fact, as soon as the weather turns a little bit better, we're going to start taking some trips. And we're actually going to, as soon as the weather's nice, I'm really hoping it's in the next couple of weeks, we're going to take a long trip. And I don't know how long. I'll probably be at the mercy of like Starbucks internet connection, free Wi-Fi. We're planning on going from here to San Diego and then taking like Highway 101 all the way up the Pacific coast and back over like into Idaho, down into Wyoming and back home. And we don't really have a plan on how long that trip is going to take, anywhere from, you know, a week and a half to a month and a half, 2 months. I don't know. So things will be a little different then. I'll still be making videos, but probably on a much smaller scale because we won't have a lot of space. My internet connection won't be as, you know, reliable. So I'll literally be sitting like probably in like McDonald's parking lot in the middle of the night being like, just upload. It's almost there. Just upload. So that'll be exciting. And, you know, maybe I'll skip my July break if that helps me feel rejuvenated. And yeah, free labor, but I'm kind of a control freak. Will they do it the way I wanted to do it? Probably not. And so then I'll just be spending all my time fixing it, teaching them. I might as well just do it myself. I would love to go to Ontario. We don't have passports. We need to get passports. Yeah, I'll still be able to record on the road. It'll just be different. You know, maybe I'll do some plein air, be able to record while I'm like painting outside in the redwood forest. How incredible would that be? Or on like a moody, foggy beach in Santa Barbara. That sounds like heaven. What do you mean? What do you mean, Lee? I'll be here. Oh, in July, just for my break. Yeah. But if I do take a break again, it's not going to be a month like before. It's way too long. That's way too long. I don't really know. I'm more likely to take herbs to go to sleep. Like I take a lot of valerian root. The occasional melatonin. Welcome, Sydney. Kelly, that sounds delicious. I'm so excited for our trip because, let's see, we went to Colorado last April, and we were there for a few days, and that was the only vacation I have had in almost 10 years. So this trip that we're gonna, well, we went to St. George over New Year's, but so this trip that we're gonna be taking is gonna be my, like every single vacation that I should have taken in the last 10 years, all rolled into one. My favorite junk snack. I don't eat a lot of stuff like that. There is some, like, some hippie ice cream that I like, but even, yeah, that's probably it, because I haven't had it for a while. Dairy-free, sugar-free, weird chemical-free. That's probably it. Where are you, Anita? We're in Oregon. I love Oregon. It's one of my favorite places. Yes, Lori. Yeah, when we went to St. George, Utah. So that's like, the red rocks that you see, tumbleweeds, desert, everything. That's where we went for New Year's. And we were like, "Oh, it's going to be in the 40s. It's going to be great." It wasn't great. I mean, we had a great time. It could have been -3 and we would have had a great time, but it was 17 degrees overnight, and our camper it's just a little fiberglass camper, so it doesn't have a lot of insulation and it doesn't have a heater. But thankfully we were hooked up to electricity and we had a little space heater, just a little one that you would keep on your desk in an office. So it kept us from freezing to death. It was good. Absolutely. Gonna go scamping. Oh yes. Love Eureka. Yeah, Lori, because we were stuck in there the first full day because it was so windy. It was so windy that day and so cold. I swear, with the wind chill, it was below freezing. And so yeah, we really couldn't do much that first day except just like sit in the car or sit in the camper. I think we drove into town a couple of times because we were only like 10 minutes outside of town. But is it Gresham, Anita? Is that where you are? Is Gresham? But yeah, our favorite place that's here in town is only like 30 minutes from my house, but they don't have any electricity. They don't have electric hookups, so we can't go there right now because it's so cold. But if they had electricity, we'd probably just practically live there. That's how badly I want to get out and go. And hey, no, don't try and root out paper towels. You need to go find Daddy. Go see Daddy. Works every time. Go tell Daddy you want a treat. Go tell Daddy. Go. I don't think we'll be there in July. No. Nope. If I have my way, we will be leaving here early April. But I think the weather is going to conspire against us. I need it to at least be above freezing at night before we can go. He is smart, but he's probably standing there looking at Vince right now. Like, Mom said you were giving me a treat, and Vince has no idea that he's even there. Bye, Tan. Have a good day at work. Oh, no, Cindy, I'm sorry. Olaf doesn't really seem to pay attention to things like TV or anything. We were watching something, and somebody said something about Olaf. And I looked at him, and he was just like, didn't react. I think somebody said something about a treat another time, and he was like, oh, sorry, I said it again. So I always think that's funny when other animals do pay attention to things that they hear, like in TV or whatever. No, hey, Vince. Vince. No. I told him to come get you and tell you that he wanted a treat. Oh. Oh, Lisa, that's perfect, isn't it? That is perfect timing. My mom's dog does. He'll sit there and watch TV, And if there's an animal, especially, it doesn't matter, like a horse, whatever, he's like, he'll stand up on the TV table to get close to it. And if it goes to the edge, he like runs around and looks behind the TV. And I'm so glad my dog doesn't do that. Oh, I don't think I've been to Harrisburg. I've been to Eugene and Gresham and then done the coast. What kind of dog is he, Cindy? Oh no. Moon, Olaf just doesn't care. He doesn't respond to the TV at all. Moon, if he hears dogs barking, he's like, oh, and he'll look at the TV. If he hears cats meowing, he'll meow back. If he hears birds chirping, he will run to the TV and look at it like, where is it? Where is it? He's a little murderer, and it's really sad. He just wants to kill birds. But yeah, so Moon reacts to the TV a lot more than Olaf does. Vince is doing dishes now. That's what that sound was. I have no idea what kind of dog that is. A husky that barely barks? I don't think that dog's a husky. Yeah, see, Mr. Moon would be if we let him outside, but that's another reason he doesn't get to go outside, because I don't like the idea of him killing birds and squirrels. We have lots of squirrels in our backyard. Pretty sure those aren't huskies. Those are mutants. So, somebody, was it you, Pat? Is Pat's here, right? Pat? Yeah. Pat, that was you, right? That did the one with the glazing that was, it started out to be a, like an industrial scene, but then it was the mountains with the smoke or the clouds and everything. And you glazed it like this, right? Oh, no, you guys, you're going to make me sad. Let's talk about something else now. No, I don't like that. Yeah, that was really gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen that, you should go look at this painting that Pat did on Instagram. There's like a health food store that we shop at, and the ASPCA has a booth in front of it like every other time we go there. And they're always like, hey, come talk to us. And I'm like, no, leave me alone. And the very first time I had to like walk past them like this, I was terrified that they were going to have like posters or whatever. You know how their commercials are. Every time their commercials come on, I have to change the channel. I can't even watch it for a split second. And so I like tried to run past them really fast. And they're like, hey, come talk to us. And Vince, he's so good to me. He stopped and he said, your commercials make her cry, so she's just going to go in the store. It was pretty funny. And then they're still there. Hey, why are you bugging me now? You're still bugging me. You brought your cat over here too. Can you take your cat and go somewhere else in the house? Because he's bugging me. I know, he's so sweet. But they're still there. Hey. Hey, don't. Now he's burping. Go away. Go. I know he's bugging you. He's bugging me too. Can you take him to the other room? Olaf, you can tell that he gets really irritated with Mr. Moon. Because wherever Olaf goes, Moon follows him and he meows in his face like this. Come here. Cat. Come here, loudmouth. He's got his little harness on, see? He was army crawling at first when we first put the harness on him. He didn't like it, but he does good now, huh? Can you hear him purring? Hello, Chloe! Can you hear him? Purr, purr. Oh, now he's got a big slime spot on his head from Olaf. That's great. He's not very sweet, Michelle. No, he's really not. Sorry, now he's going to pull my microphone off. He is very fat, Shannon. He really is. He didn't used to be. But you're a tubby, aren't you? And at first I said, oh, it's just his fur. But, oh, he's so heavy. You're so heavy. Yeah, you can hear this cat purring from the other room. No, Cindy, it's definitely fat. He weighs like 48 pounds. Oh, now Olaf's getting... Shh. He's jealous because I'm holding Mr. Moon. Sorry, guys. Now you get to listen to my animals. Don't be jealous. No, I'm going to have to get Daddy to come take you away if you're going to be loud. Yeah, very noisy animals. He is very well fed, aren't you? They both are. Yeah, that's right, Olaf. You're a little chubby too. Oh, Pat, yeah, that we've got the snoring too. That's Olaf. That's right. Mama sleeps with earplugs in because otherwise Olaf's idling engine would keep me up all night. He seriously sounds like a semi-truck doing those engine brakes. Bye, Lori. It was so good to see you. I hope you can come back next time. All right, Mr. Moon. Can I put you down now? Will you be quiet if I put you down? Because I like that idea. Okay, get down. Bye-bye. So how else would you guys like to see this technique? Now I'm covered in cat hair. How else would you like to see these techniques used? Like, do you have any requests for paintings that we could do with kind of glazing techniques? I know probably cityscapes. What else do you think? How else do you think this could be effectively used? Hey, no. That's his irritated at Moon bark. When Moon gets too close to his face, he starts barking at him. Ooh, a seascape, a foggy seascape. Yeah. A nice house in the woods, a sunset. Mm-hmm. A Halloween scene. Heck yeah. Yeah, I like that, like a foggy lake. I like that idea. Ooh, yeah. Like a lighthouse, like fog, and just the top of the lighthouse is kind of poking out of the fog. That could be, oh, I can almost see exactly how I would compose that. Let me write down this idea. Hang on. Okay. Good, good. I like that. No, I actually do not like sleeping with a fan on. I don't like the white noise sound. Vince likes that. It makes me crazy. And then it makes my sinuses and my eyes feel all dry. Nope. Glazy bits. Ooh, a foggy lake house. Yeah. Like with the, like a little boat house with the little pier or whatever that is. Yeah. Foggy boat house. You guys are giving me so many ideas. Hello, Janice. I'm glad that you're here with us, even though you're leaving now. Yeah, Doc, something like that. Deb, you know what works for me, I've discovered, is space shows. There's a bunch on YouTube, Amazon, whatever. Like, my favorite is How the Universe Works. Man, in the middle of the night, if I wake up, put on How the Universe Works, boom, I'm gone. There's this one I've been trying to watch for a while about the planet Mercury. I know the first like 3 minutes of it by heart, and after that, no clue. So I have no idea what's miraculous about Mercury. Oh, Janice, I hope you get feeling better. I'm glad you popped in to say hi, though. Sleep is totally overrated. That's truly. That one I did know. Lucky, Sydney. I almost got up at 2 o'clock this morning again. But then I was able to get back to sleep. But it took me a minute. I was like, oh, I should just get up. But no night, Cindy. Ooh, I do like that idea too. I love railroads, train tracks. Railroad bridge. Yes, I love fog. I love all of these foggy ideas. Oh, but Lee, yeah, so when I was saying that next week's painting would help you, that's essentially right here. That's exactly what I did in both the blue and the pink. It's that, you know, scrubby black and white like we've done in the past, but I used blue and white or pink and white. So yeah, hopefully that helps out with what it is that you're wanting to do. Bye, Cindy. Thanks for hanging out. So our video has about 5 minutes left. So whatever else you guys want to chat about, you have 5 minutes. And then I'm going to go make some homemade pizza. Yay! Also, I love having my braids because then I can do things like this and it like emphasizes my point. So like when I'm all yay, I feel like that's much more effective than just saying yay is, you know, with braids. Everything's better with braids. I'm just super excited that my hair is long enough for braids again. Ooh, how cool, Christine. There's some cool rail trestles around here too. Maybe I should run out there and see if I can. I don't take photos very well though. That's the thing, is I'd take a photo and be like, why would I want to paint that? That looks horrible. But yeah, we've got some cool old trestles too, like up near the canyon. And the canyon is beautiful. Maybe I should go on a photo taking trip. Ooh, I'll have to go see Deb. Did you tag me? Yep, I've been to Moe's before. It's been many, many, many years, but yep, I have been to Moe's. I don't know that I saw it, Deb. Okay. Well, I will go make it a point to look as soon as we're done here. And we're almost done. Oh, you just posted it. Okay, cool, cool. And there goes Mr. Moon again. Screaming because nobody's letting him outside. That's okay, Deb. You can put it in the comments. Just make a comment with the tag. I will. I mean, I might forget, but thanks for reminding me, Lee. That cat, man. He thought he was home alone earlier today. Vince went to the grocery store and took Olaf with him. And they left, and so Mr. Moon started walking around the house crying like that. I was in the other room, I'm all, shut up. And so then he was like, oh, there's somebody here, and he comes running. Bye, Christine. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Gwen, of course. Yep. Yep, they're both coming. Mr. Moon has been trained to walk on the leash lately, just for such an occasion. So, yep, and he's doing really good with that. That was one of the things where, like, if we can't get him to walk on a leash or at least be comfortable on a leash, then it's going to be really hard to impossible to take him with us. But he's doing really good. Yep. I need to see if I can get a video of him walking on the leash and post that on Facebook, because it's kind of cute. It's funny. Oh, yes, Pat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shannon, now I really want to do that. I've got an image in my head. Yeah, I've definitely got an image in my head. So I need to just find like a good reference image so I know what a lighthouse looks like. And yeah. You put your snake on a leash? How cute. And I love that your snake's name is Cuddles. Lee, have you seen the Facebook page called Snakes in Hats? It's the cutest thing ever. So I follow that Facebook page. It makes me happy. Oh yeah, Shannon, I wrote it down, so I'll start looking for a reference image tonight. All right, friends, that's all we got. So what else do you got? Anything else you want before we go? Nothing? Yeah, so you guys gave me some good ideas. Hopefully you guys learned something about, you know, the whole perspective thing that we talked about. And I'm looking forward to seeing your paintings of this video and everything else. So yeah, as soon as I get the video uploaded, I'll get the link to you. We'll do that on Tuesday. We will not be doing a live directed next week, but probably the week after. And I will probably include the $5 patrons in this one. So that'll be fun. So, all right, everybody. Well, I'm going to head to the kitchen and make me some pizza. So have a good night, and I'll see you later. Bye.